This news update is brought to you by...
Everyone's looking for more space.
How many pairs of shoes do you need?
Closet space.
Circle again, I think I see one.
Parking space.
And that is how Pythagoras' theorem works, understand?
Even headspace. But when it comes to data storage, MyCloud from Lime has plenty of room for you. Upgrade to a Lime data plan of 500 megs or more and get 3 gigs of MyCloud data storage free. It's great for storing photos, music, and much more. So don't delete it. Store it on MyCloud from Lime. It's the only space to be.
Upgrade to Lime!
Welcome to the Barbados Today Evening Update. It's Monday, February 16, 2015. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. A warm welcome to you. Our top story. He's keeping the details of the highly anticipated budget close to his chest, but Finance Minister Chris Sinckler says preparations for the delivery of the financial package are on track and a date will be announced soon. Speaking to reporters following the opening of the new offices of the Financial Services Commission in Harbour Road today, Sinckler would not say whether residents will get an ease in taxes or whether more fiscal adjustment measures will come on stream to plug the country's deficit.
We are in a fiscal consolidation period. We've asked the country to keep faith with us and bear as we extend some of those measures for another year, as I had indicated in the ministerial statement in December. Our medium-term goal is to pull back on the incidence of tax, to do the process of tax reform, which we have indicated for some time we are going to do. And of course, you know, we had the study done by the IMF and looked at by a number of sectors in Barbados, and we will be moving forward with some of the critical aspects of that. So eventually our goal is to reduce the level of taxes, to control government expenditure to the limit that we can control it in the circumstances from a structural perspective, to do the structural reform of our economy, continue that structural reform.
The budget is expected to be delivered in April. Meanwhile, the Barbados Workers' Union is urging the Frundle-Stewart administration not to impose new taxes on the working class. Speaking at the BWU's midterm meeting yesterday, General Secretary Tony Moore said while the union understands the financial situation facing the country, the government needs to deliver a practical package that will not further curtail the spending power of residents.
The upcoming budget must not impose additional risk on families and citizens, forcing them in positions, or should I say forcing us in positions from which we cannot recover. So yes, the budget must be practical, but practicality must be driven not only by economic considerations, but also by what is at stake on the social side.
In other news, it was back to school today for teachers of the Parkinson Memorial and Alma Parris secondary schools. Last week, the educators and their bargaining agent, the Barbados Union of Teachers, staged 4 days of strike action over issues including safety and the management styles of their principals. BUT head Pedro Shepherd tells Barbados Today all was quiet at the two institutions today, but made it clear that the union will be monitoring the situation closely.
The outstanding issues of rising in discipline, the poor management of the two plants still exists, and the Barbados Union of Teachers will continue to monitor those situations. We did receive some correspondence from the ministry last week, so we have to respond to the ministries as well as to some of the concerns that we would have had. Of course, it would just be a repeat, so we're hoping to do that to confirm again that the issues still remain at those two schools.
Meanwhile, morning classes at the St. Mary Primary School were interrupted today as teachers refused to take their charges into what they say were dirty classrooms. BUT President Pedro Shepherd explained that the school had not been cleaned since last week because a number of janitors had been absent due to personal reasons, but he says the situation was rectified quickly.
Made a request to the ministry to have someone come to do the cleaning. I'm now learning that the janitor who was away from school this morning has now reported for duty, and that a second janitor came over from George Lamond School. So they now have 2 janitors in place.
To news from the law courts, 2 brothers and a woman charged in connection with the death of Lamar Carter will return to court next month. 36-year-old Fidel Arlene of number 116 Denton Road, Grisettes, St. Michael, and 25-year-old Melissa Griffith of Rochester Way, Grisettes, were not allowed to plea when they appeared in the District D Magistrates Court on murder charges. 31-year-old Javed Arlene of Rockley Village Road, Rockley Christchurch, who is the brother of Fidel, was also remanded for allegedly assisting the 2 offenders. The 3 will return to court on March 4. Police are investigating the unnatural death of a Trinidadian visitor. According to lawmen, 80-year-old Yusuf Ramatali reportedly got into difficulty while swimming off Accra Beach around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. He was pulled out of the water by lifeguards and was rushed to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by an ambulance, where he was pronounced dead. Lawmen are seeking public help in identifying a man who was found unconscious near the roundabout on the Speightstown Bypass Road in St. Peter today. The man, who is currently at the QEH, was found around 1:30 this afternoon wearing a light green T-shirt and khaki pants. He was not wearing any shoes at the time. He's about 5 feet 8 inches tall, slim build, light brown in complexion, and has a receding hairline. Anyone with information is asked to call the District E police station or police emergency at 211. To sports now, and Barbados Pride defeated Trinidad and Tobago Red Force by 222 runs on the final day of their 6th-round WICB Professional Cricket League first-class match at Kensington Oval today. Chasing 336 to win and starting the day on 17 without loss, Trinidad and Tobago were bowled out for 113 in 50.3 overs. The match ended 37 minutes before tea. Shea Hope was named the man of the match for his maiden first-class century and unbeaten 111 in the second innings.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's time for AgriFest again. Come and enjoy the National Agricultural Exhibition on February 27th to March 1st at the historic Queen's Park. Over 300 exhibits on show, highlighting the theme, inclusive agriculture, strengthening linkages, creating synergies. AgriFest 2015, the biggest agricultural exhibition in the Caribbean. Don't miss it.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
On the regional scene in St. Kitts and Nevis, the polls are closed and the counting of ballots is on the way. Over 35,000 people were eligible to vote in today's general election, in which Prime Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas is seeking his 5th consecutive term. The election is a straight fight between Dr. Douglas's ruling Labour Party and Team Unity, an opposition coalition led by veteran politician Timothy Harris. And finally, the Egyptian president calls on the international community to intervene against Islamic State militants in Libya. His plea comes as Egyptian jets bomb ISIS targets in response to a militant video of the apparent beheadings of 21 Egyptian Christians. He describes what's happening in Libya as a threat to world peace and security. That's our Barbados Today evening update, but you can join us again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 Online TV, as well as Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. See you tomorrow.
This news update is brought to you by...
Everyone's looking for more space.
How many pairs of shoes do you need?
Closet space.
Circle again, I think I see one.
Parking space.
And that is how Pythagoras theorem works. Understand?
Even headspace. But when it comes to data storage, MyCloud from Lime has plenty of room for you. Upgrade to a Lime data plan of 500 megs or more and get 3 gigs of MyCloud data storage free. It's great for storing photos, music, and much more. So don't delete it. Store it on MyCloud from Lime. It's the only space to be.